Welcome everyone to the new lecture on the subject of human resource management, that is your special subject business administration paper 5. In the previous lecture we have started with the first chapter. In that previous lecture we talked about definition and concept of human resource management. We also discussed functions, approaches, and challenges in the human resource management in the present scenario. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss few points which are as follows. First, we will talk about human resource environment, workforce diversity, dual career employees, contract labors, global competition, WTO, and labor standards. So all these 6 concepts will be discussed and you will get a brief idea regarding all these concepts. So let's begin with human resource environment. First, let us understand what is environment. In simple words, environment comprises all those forces which have their impact on the functioning of various activities, including human resource activities. The term environment, you must have heard it on various occasions, and environment generally means every or all the factors that surrounds us. So when we are working in some environment, we may say that all those factors have certain impact on us, and by managing and adjusting with those factors we have to work within that environment. Therefore, further we can say that human resource environment is a part of social environment which includes the concept, viewpoints, work culture, attitudes, efficiency, skills, productivity, nature, and behavior of the human resource. Employees' demand and supply, motivational aspects, compensation methods, and industrial relation concerning of HR practices. All these factors are part of human resource environment, and here the human resource manager has to make sure all the business activities in relation to human resource are carried out within this environment. Now, next point we will discuss is human resource management, that is HRM environment with respect to technology and structure. As you know, nowadays the technology is playing major role in various business activities. Technology has some impact on the every business activity that is carried on. So similarly, technology also have impact on the human resource as well as the structure of the business. Technology and organizational structure play a vital role in maintaining human resource environment. Advanced new technologies are emerging which makes the business activities easy and productive. Technology is changing everything. Today, technology has entered the workforce and HR department. So here we will further talk about various factors or various areas where technology is applicable in human resource management. First is internet portals. Here today we can say that each individual's workplace is customized and personalized through internet portals. A manager might track main indicators like labor cost or competency level by work group. Internet is heavily used for managing the human resource or maintaining record in relation to human resource. Second is shared service centers. These are the service centers that can be used to reduce the various functions of the human resource department. These service centers, they are shared, or the activities or functions are combined in a single location and processing all the transaction and claims at one place. So here under shared service centers, we can say the technology is playing a major role. Third one is application service providers. Application service providers help in renting space on a remote system and let an external company manage system maintenance, security and upgrades. So here we can say the application centers again help the human resource management in handling the various issue related to human resource management. Next is resource analysis. HR department can evaluate labor cost and productivity among various groups of workers to better frame pay and benefit packages. So here we can say that the resources or specifically human resource has to be studied and analyzed. We have to evaluate the productivity of the human resource and accordingly we have to give them the benefits. So here again the technology plays an important role. Next is virtual meetings. Virtual meetings nowadays have become important because of inability or because it is not possible to physically meet each other for the meeting purpose. So here again we can say the technology is playing important role in bringing together people who are sitting at various locations virtually. Next is telecommunicating. Working from home is nowadays has become again necessary, and while working from home or while working from some remote location outside the company's office is called as telecommunicating or telecommuting. It increases quality of life by allowing a network of personal and professional lives. And the last one is performance appraisal system. It is a software program written to do the calculation using data already in place. Under performance appraisal, this data is analyzed and this data is studied to understand the performance of the employees. Next we will see the concept of workforce diversity. Now let us understand what is workforce diversity. Workforce diversity is a workforce that includes mix of workers from different backgrounds, of different ages and genders, of different cultures having different set of skills and experiences. Here you can understand that workforce diversity basically means having the employees who belongs to different backgrounds or having various numbers of employees who have different set of skill, who have experiences from different areas, so that their difference in skill, their difference in experience will help the organization. Let us see what benefits the organization can derive from workforce diversity. Workforce diversity recognizes, attracts and retains the best people of each group. Workforce diversity maximizes productivity and enhances creativity. It increases loyalty of employees and gets competitive advantage in the market. It improves decision making by providing different perspective on problems. You can understand here is that the workforce diversity will help the organization in achieving its objectives and it will keep the organization competitive in the market. So that is why the human resource management always tries to make sure that the workforce remains diversified. Next concept is dual career employees. Dual career employees is an emerging trend in today's business environment. It is a situation where both husband and wife have career, responsibilities and aspiration. So that is why it is called as dual career, because both husband and wife, they are having their career or they are doing jobs. Dual career helps in achieving the psychological as well as financial satisfactions, and therefore many organizations are increasingly accepting this trend. Many a times companies go extra mile to give the couples an opportunities to work together, which may allow better work and life balance as well as improve the motivational levels. Therefore, in simple words, the dual career allows for couples to work under the same roof, allowing them to maintain good work and life balance. So, this concept again is important from the point of view of human resource management, as they have to handle these dual career employees separately. They may have to treat them separately or differently than the other employees. Next, the concept is contract labor. Contract labor generally refers to workers employed by or through an intermediary on work of any establishment. Therefore, a person is considered to be as a contract labor when he is hired in relation to the work of an organization by or through a contractor. Contract labor are indirect employees who are hired, supervised and paid by a contractor, who in turn is compensated by the organization. So this concept of contract labor is again part of human resource management, and these questions are asked for the short note, that is concepts like workforce diversity, dual career employees and again contract labors. These concepts are usually asked for the short notes. Next, one more concept is global competition. Global competition is a phrase that is used to describe the way organizations compete for market share on a global level. Global competition has enabled organizations to sell and buy their products and services internationally, which opens the door for higher opportunities and more profits. Similarly, as a market is global, now companies have to deal with similar corporations worldwide, which results in more competition. Therefore, global competition is the competition between companies to acquire the global market. In this concept, earlier you must have known the concept of globalization. As we know, under globalization, the whole world has become one marketplace. There are no boundaries or there are no restrictions on the businesses to trade in a certain place. So that is why this situation creates global competition. And when the business is facing competition globally, accordingly they have to make changes into their policies. Here again, human resource plays a vital role in staying competitive in this global competition. Next is WTO and labor standards. Labor standards are those that are applied to the way workers are treated. The term covers a wide range of things, from use of child labor and forced labor to the right to recognize or right to organize trade unions and to strike, minimum wages, health and safety conditions and working hours. Labor standards are set so that the employees, they don't have to face harassment, or the employees, they are not manipulated and they are not underpaid and they are not getting overused or overutilized. Labor standards basically protects the employees from such things that may happen in the industry. It is being debated whether international labor standards should be incorporated into WTO and other trade agreements. So here WTO again has a major role to play in relation to international labor standards. This particular concept you should study in detail. You can refer to the various books that I have mentioned in our first introductory lecture on the syllabus. There you can understand what are the various labor standards and what role the WTO is playing in deciding or implementing the labor standards worldwide. So here in this lecture we considered various concepts starting from human resource environment. Then we talked about application of technology in human resource environment, and then we considered few concepts such as labor standards, WTO, global competition, dual career employees, and many others. Thank you.